Welcome back to Stories 13. Tonight's tale takes us deep into a forgotten village, where whispers of an old oak tree hide something far darker than roots and soil. Prepare yourself as we uncover the grave under the old oak tree. In a quiet corner of the world, where the wind whispers secrets through ancient trees, there lies a village untouched by time. It's here that our story begins, as Alex, weary from the city's ceaseless noise, arrives seeking solace in the embrace of nature's silence. The villagers, with their weathered faces and knowing eyes, greet him with smiles that don't quite reach their eyes. They speak in hushed tones, their words carried away by the breeze, before Alex can fully grasp their meaning. But one phrase lingers, a warning repeated in whispers and sidelong glances. Beware the old oak on the hill. Curiosity piqued, Alex seeks out the village elder, a man whose wrinkles tell stories of generations past. The old man's eyes cloud over as he speaks, his voice barely above a whisper. "There's a grave," he says, "beneath that ancient oak. 50 years it's lain undisturbed, 50 years of secrets buried deep." As night falls, Alex settles into his quaint cottage, the silence of the countryside a balm to his frayed nerves. But in the stillness, a sound emerges, faint at first, then growing clearer, a strange, haunting hum carried on the night air. It calls to him, a siren song from the hill where the old oak stands sentinel. Unable to resist the pull of the unknown, Alex finds himself walking up the moonlit path. The grass whispers against his legs, each step taking him closer to the source of that eerie melody. And there it stands, the massive oak, its branches reaching towards the star-studded sky like gnarled fingers. In the pale moonlight, the tree's roots seem to writhe, twisting like claws grasping at the earth. Alex's eyes are drawn to the base of the trunk, where the soil appears freshly turned. Strange, he thinks, for no one has ventured here in years, if the villagers are to be believed. Kneeling down, his fingers brush against something cold and metallic. Unearthing it from the loose soil, Alex finds himself holding a rusted locket. His heart skips a beat as he pries it open, revealing an inscription that sends a chill down his spine, his own initials etched into the tarnished metal. Before he can process this impossible discovery, the ground beneath him shifts. A sound like dry bones scraping together rises from the earth, and to his horror, a pale, cold hand emerges from the disturbed soil. Fingers, withered and gray, claw at the air, reaching for him. Terror grips Alex's heart as he scrambles backwards, nearly losing his footing on the uneven ground. He runs, feet pounding against the earth, the locket clutched tightly in his fist. But even as he flees, the whispers follow, carried on the wind that seems to chase him down the hill. Breathless and trembling, Alex bursts into the village square, but the windows are dark, the streets empty. No one stirs at his frantic knocking. No one answers his desperate calls. Alone, he huddles in the shadow of a building, the whispers growing louder as the night wears on. As dawn breaks, painting the sky in hues of pink and gold, the villagers emerge from their homes. They find Alex's cottage empty, his belongings untouched. Murmurs of concern ripple through the crowd as they make their way up the hill, drawn by an unseen force to the old oak tree. There, in the harsh light of day, they discover the grave laid open, earth scattered as if something had clawed its way out, and leading into the yawning darkness, a single set of footprints. Alex's footprints, but there are no prints leading away, no sign of where he might have gone. The village elder, his face grave, picks up a glinting object from the disturbed soil. A rusted locket, its chain broken as if torn from someone's neck. Inside, familiar initials stare back at him, a chilling echo of a story he thought long buried. As the days pass, search parties comb the surrounding forests and fields, but Alex is nowhere to be found. The villagers speak in hushed tones of the curse of the old oak, of souls claimed by the restless dead. And at night, when the wind blows just right, some swear they can hear a faint, familiar voice carried on the breeze, humming a haunting melody. Travelers still come to the village, seeking peace in its picturesque lanes and rolling hills. But the locals warn them, as they always have, to stay away from the old oak on the hill. For beneath its twisted roots lies a grave, and in that grave, a story best left untold. And so the legend grows, whispered around firesides and passed down through generations. The tale of Alex and the grave under the old oak tree, a reminder that some secrets are best left buried, and some curiosities are too dangerous to indulge. But for those who listen closely on quiet nights, when the moon is high and the wind whispers through ancient branches, there's a story waiting to be heard. A story of a traveler who came seeking solitude and found something far more sinister. A story that lives on in the rustling leaves and creaking boughs of the old oak tree, forever guarding its terrible secret. And so, dear listener, as you lay your head down to sleep tonight, remember the tale of Alex and the grave. And if you hear a strange humming on the wind, or feel the urge to explore what lies hidden in the shadows, think twice, for some mysteries are better left unsolved, and some graves are best left undisturbed. Sweet dreams, and may the whispers of the night bring you nothing but peace. But if they don't, well, you've been warned. Thank you for listening to tonight's chilling story. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to subscribe and join us again for more dark journeys into the unknown. Until next time, sleep well if you can,